Hi, I'm Tiff, and this is The Balanced Life, Redefine Success, Redefine Fail. And today I'm going to be talking about ways to reduce your daily lunch expenses. And I have a few ideas that I wrote down, but I just thought of another good one when I was getting ready to start this video, so I will share that with you as well. First of all, the reason for this video is it was reported a couple months ago that there's expected to be a very large increase in snack foods. It's already hit us in the first or second quarter of 2022. And you're going to be seeing it more as you go to the back to school stuff because there'll be the other expenses that have now been built onto that we're starting to feel as well. So when you're considering back to school buying, inflation is hitting snack foods hard, and you need to try to think through ways to save money on those costs. Also consider the possibility of your kids taking leftovers to school. I realize a lot of schools do not have like microwaves that they can access necessarily, but you can find out those kind of things. And if not, ways for you to creatively use leftovers is also a good plan. Third, converting costs of the convenience to hours that you work. So when you're thinking about buying yourself lunch at work, let's say you make $15 an hour. And if you make $15 an hour, I don't know exactly what the tax rate is, but let's just say for the state, local, federal, FICA, all that stuff, that you actually get to keep 80% of that. So 80% of that would be what you would lose. 10% is $1.50. So $3. So you get $12 an hour that you take home. So if you go out to lunch each day and it only costs you $10 to $12, one whole hour that you worked that day is just paying for your lunch. So out of those 5 days a week, basically one whole day that you have worked has been spent just buying the food you're eating while you're at work. You can see how quickly that adds up over time. So finding ways to not spend that money at work will help you, and you can do it, you can save to do things with the family. Having kids pack rather than buy their lunch at school, while it also saves money, the other thing is you're helping your kids develop good habits where they don't expect I go to work and buy lunch for the reasons I just told you. If you're paying essentially 20% of what you're earning, so one of your 5 work days every single week is just going in to buying your food at work, and you're teaching your kids to do that as well, they're going to have that same result. And think about how much further along you could get without that. Now, I'm not picking on fast food. I also have ideas to help your kids to be more creative and motivate them to want to participate in this. One thing you can do is encourage your kids to come up with money-saving ideas for lunches. And if the idea works, you can take a page out of some of the more industrious business people, and you can tell your kids you will split the savings. So let's say, for example, child A comes up with the idea to do something, and it results in a $20 savings that next month. You give them half of that, which is $10. You still have saved $10, and your child now has an incentive to try to figure. Don't you think after one kid does that, you're going to have the other kids are going to try to come up with ideas, and you are the beneficiary of all those really great ideas and cost-saving measures. So that is my last idea that I think is actually a really clever one. And again, this is not about demanding and controlling. It's about empowering and teaching. So you both empower and teach your kids to be a participant in the benefits of what happens when you think of creative ways to save money as a family. And if you're not sure who did, you can figure out all the ins and outs of that. But think about as a kid how great it would be to get an extra 10 or 20 bucks simply for coming up with an idea and instituting it. And you could even do it every single month if they continue to do it, because you're still continuing to save money and they're earning money. And they're also learning the long-term benefit of finding cost-saving ways for their own life as an adult. They develop that habit. My kids still tend to eat leftovers, at least to the best of my knowledge, because as kids, after we got done eating, they had to pack their own lunches for the next day. and eat leftovers. And when they were homeschooled, they had to make their own lunches and leftovers. So that is my great money saving idea for daily lunch expenses. I encourage you to model what you want to see and fall in love with leftovers and fall in love with cost savings and help your family develop excellent habits that will take you into the future, and save the fast food for the fun time with your family when you just want to have an evening where you can sit down and talk together instead of cooking and cleaning. I will see you on the next video. Bye.